Welcome to the AK Cars Drive 2025 Toyota Mini pickup truck hue over the city as the streets hummed with the usual buzz of evening life. Cars passed by, their headlights flickering on as the last light of day began to fade. A gentle breeze rustled the leaves of trees, and somewhere in the distance, the sound of children laughing echoed through the neighborhood. It was a familiar scene, one that had played out countless times, but tonight there was a difference. There was a certain anticipation in the air, a feeling that something extraordinary might happen. As the evening sky deepened into twilight, the city seemed to come alive in a new way. People were finishing up their workday, heading out to dinner, meeting friends, or simply walking down the streets with no particular destination in mind. In a small cafe tucked away on a corner, the smell of freshly brewed coffee lingered in the air, mingling with the faint aroma of baked goods. The chatter of patrons filled the room, a low murmur of voices that created a sense of warmth and comfort. Outside, a man in his early 30s walked briskly down the sidewalk. His footsteps echoed in the quiet streets as he approached a familiar building. He paused for a moment, looking up at the brick facade, his expression thoughtful. This was a place he had visited countless times before, but tonight it felt different. He took a deep breath, adjusting the strap of his bag, and pushed the door open. Inside, the soft glow of pendant lights illuminated the room, casting long shadows on the wooden floors. The air was thick with the scent of aged leather and polished wood, the kind of place that felt timeless, like it had existed for generations. At the bar, a man with graying hair was wiping down glasses, while a woman in a cozy sweater was sitting at the counter, quietly reading a book. The murmur of conversation mixed with the faint sound of a jazz record playing in the background, creating a soothing ambiance. The man at the door hesitated, scanning the room for a moment. He recognized a few faces, but the place felt more crowded than usual tonight. With a slight nod to himself, he moved toward the back of the room, where a small table by the window sat empty. He pulled out the chair and sat down, the soft creak of the wood the only sound in the otherwise still room. His hands rested on the table for a moment, fingers tapping lightly against the surface. He glanced out the window, watching the cars go by in a blur of headlights and streetlights. The city was alive, but it felt like he was somehow detached from it all. It wasn't a feeling he was accustomed to, but tonight it seemed to